Hello, welcome to my videos and my blog. In this time, I'm going to talk about what happened tonight on 2024 NBA Playoff Day 38, where tonight we played the game 4 on Eastern Conference Finals, where the Boston Celtics defeated 105 to 102 the Indiana Pacers, and with this victory, the Celtics won the series for two. They sweep it, and now they qualify to the NBA Finals, where they will represent the Eastern Conference in the NBA Finals, and the Boston Celtics will have more than 1 week to prepare for the NBA Finals because the NBA Finals will start until the next week, the next Thursday, June 6th. So we'll have a lot of free days in the with of basketball, because the most probably is that tomorrow the Mavericks are gonna to sweep win the series and qualify to the NBA Finals, and will face the Celtics. So we'll have a bye week, like we can say of this way, and it looks like it's going to be like the Super Bowl week because we have 1 week without game. But let's see what happens. So about this game was the same that the other three games, where the game was very close. All the game, like the game 1, 3, and 4, because remember in the game 2, the Boston Celtics won that game by more than 20-point difference. But in the game 1, 3, and 4, the Pacers competed all the game, but the big problem was in the fourth quarter, especially in the clutch time, in the last 2-3 minutes of the game, where the Boston Celtics play better basketball. They play better basketball, in both sides of the ball, in the offense and defense side, and they show us why they were the best team, the best record team in the NBA. So about this game, how I told you, this series facility could have been in this moment 2-2 or 3-1 for any teams, but the Boston Celtics closed better the game and they won it, and they deserved this victory and the win of the series. About the Pacers, unfortunately, again Halliburton didn't recover for the house stream, and he didn't play for back-to-back games. But the Indiana Pacers didn't miss him a lot in the first 3 quarters of the game, but they missed a lot in the last quarter, especially in the clutch time, where the Boston Celtics play better and won the game. About this game, to be honest, it was closer than what expected, because again the Halliburton didn't play, and I thought that the Pacers were lost, and they were going to play a very ugly game, because what happened in the game 3, where they had the game under control and they lost it in the last minutes, in the clutch time in the game, because they were 0-2, and weren't going to play a very great basketball. But they play a very great basketball where they compete against the Celtics, and most of the time they had the lead of the game, but they missed in the most important time in the fourth quarter, and they couldn't recover for that. In the first quarter, the game was very close, where in the Boston Celtics won by 2-point difference, 29 by 27. But in the second half, the Pacers went a little better than the Boston Celtics, where in this time the Pacers won the quarter, this time by just 1-point difference, 30-29. And in the end, the Boston Celtics were just leading by 1-point difference, 58 by 57 in the halftime. But the best time where the Pacers played the best basketball was in the third quarter, where they were leading by more than 10-point difference, I think so. But there the Celtics reduced that gap. In the third quarter, the Pacers won it by 4-point difference, 26 by 22, and in this time they were leading by just 3 difference in the end of the third quarter, and they were leading 83 to 80. And in the first minutes of the first 8 minutes of the fourth quarter, the Pacers had the lead of the game, but always the difference was within 1 to 4 or 5 points difference. But again, in the clutch time, in the last 2 minutes of the game, especially in the last minutes of the game, the Boston Celtics play a tremendous basketball ever, especially in the defense side. They scored the last point of the game, and the Pacers couldn't score any more points. The Celtics won the quarter 25-19 and won the game 105-102, and they won the series 4-2. They sweep it, sorry, and they qualified to the NBA Finals. How I told you, this series was closer than the score, and the first series and the games that won the Boston say it, because I told you this series easily could have been in this moment 2-2 or 3-1 for the Pacers, but the Boston Celtics close better the game. They play better in the clutch time, and this was the big difference. And also, to be honest, the Celtics have a very lucky, have a lot of luck in the position, because remember that in the first round, of course, they were the best team in the Eastern Conference and in the NBA league in the NBA. But remember that in the first round, Jimmy Butler didn't play. Also, another 2-3 players of the Miami Heat were hurt and didn't play most of the games, and they won easily for one. And in the second round, they again got with luck, because remember that in the series against the Cleveland, Donovan Mitchell didn't play in the last 2 or 3 games, and also another key players for the Cleveland Cavaliers also missed most of the games, and they won easily for one that series. And in this series, in the Eastern Finals, Conference Finals, the Celtics play better, but also the Pacers miss his most important player, the Halliburton, in the last 2 games, in the 3 and 4. But there is no excuses for the Celtics. They did enough, and they won the series, and now they will travel to the NBA Finals. So about the statistics, the Celtics threw for a 45% from field goal, and they made 14 triples, and they scored 48 points in the paint. And by the Pacers side, they threw for a 46% by the field goal, and they scored 10 triples, and they scored 46 points in the paint. And by the Celtics side, the best player was Jaylen Brown with 29 points, and Jaylen Brown was the MVP of this series in the Eastern Conference Finals. And the second best scorer was Jason Tatum, that made a double-double with 26 points and 30 rebounds. And the third best player was Drew Holiday with 70 points. This was a very important player, especially in the game 3 and this one, because he played a tremendous basketball level, especially in the defense side, and he was a tremendous addition in the off season. And in the last option, and in the Pacers side, the best player was Andrew Nembhard with a double-double with 24 points and 10 rebounds. The second best scorer was Pascal Siakam, with 19 points and 10 rebounds, a double-double. And the third one was T.J. McConnell with 50 points. Now, how I told you, the Celtics will represent the East Conference in the NBA Finals, where the Celtics will reach 42nd NBA Finals in 3 years. In 3 years, remember that 2 years ago, the Celtics traveled to the NBA Finals, where unfortunately they lost against the Golden State Warriors 4-2, and they missed the opportunity to win the 17th trophy. And this will be the 23rd time that the Celtics will play in the NBA Finals. To be honest, as a Lakers fans, I don't want that the Celtics win the NBA Finals, because they are our rival, and because if the Celtics win the finals, they're gonna to pass the Lakers with most titles in the NBA history with 17. So with 17. But remember, because in this moment the Celtics and the Lakers have the same kind of titles, 16. But remember, the Lakers have a medium title more, because the Lakers won the NBA tournament the last November. So the Boston Celtics will wait for rival, where tomorrow we play the game 4 in the Western Conference Finals, where the Dallas Mavericks will receive the Minnesota Timberwolves, and Dallas and 23rd Eastern time. Remember that in this series it's happening the same that in this third conference, where the Dallas Mavericks are leading 3-0 in the series. But to be honest, like the Celtics against Pacers series, this series easily could have been 2-1 or 2-0 for the Timberwolves, for any side, because the Timberwolves have been playing a very great basketball, but the Timberwolves have the same problem that the Pacers, that they play a very great basketball in the first 3 quarters, but when the fourth quarter start, especially in the clutch time, They didn't play a very great basket. They don't play a very great basketball, and the Mavericks, like the Celtics, sorry, improve his basketball level in the fourth quarter, especially in the clutch time, and it's when the Mavericks have won the 3 games in the clutch time. So about this game, I think that it will be the same history where the game will be close, and maybe the Timberwolves will have the lead in the first 2 quarters, but in the fourth quarter is when the Mavericks are going to improve his basketball level, the most probably in the clutch time, and the Mavericks are going to win this game by 5 point difference. The Mavericks will win the 4 game. They will sweep, and the Mavericks will qualify to the NBA Finals, where they will represent the Western Conference, the Western Conference. So in this video, I talk about what happened tonight, where the Celtics defeated the Pacers. They sweep the series. They qualify to the NBA Finals, and they will wait for tomorrow rival for the NBA Finals that will start in 1 week. So this is all for tonight. See you next video. Gibran.